Arsenal Fan TV. Chris, you got a smile on your face because
There's only one Arsene Wenger.
Huh?
I forgot the words to that song. I couldn't believe that people were singing it. I was dreading the worst coming in today in terms of the volatile atmosphere. But it was really refreshing just to hear that there are some people that still believe in him. And I was expecting the majority of the ground to be, very against the whole regime and us. It was obviously a protest, but quite pleased with how it turned out. And I actually thought the fans today were pretty good in terms of the support overall.
Is the worry with this though that the message then hasn't gone through? Because I have to admit, people ask me where I'm standing. I have to admit, I do feel that these guys do have a right to protest. There does, at the very least, need to be a change in mindset at the club, because we're being told all these things that, we're trying to win this. We're a million miles away at the moment.
You said quite a lot there. Let me split that up into two parts about the protest and then the change bit. So the protest, yes, I do agree with you. People do have the right to protest. We live in a democracy, a free society, but it's not for me. I thought the protest itself was pathetic. Firstly, because it's during the game. It shouldn't be during when the team is playing. I don't care about the logistics, about when it's good to do and when not, but it shouldn't be during when the team is playing. Secondly, holding A4 bits of paper and banners is pathetic in my opinion.
How else are you going to get your message across? Like a guy said earlier, at least it's not violent, it's respectful. Actually, those placards never said anything on them about Arsene Wenger. They just said, time for a change, Arsenal is stale. At the moment, it is stale.
In their opinion, it is. It's not in my opinion.
You don't think it's stale at the moment?
I think we're one of the best run clubs in world football, along with the likes of Porto, Bayern Munich. I know there's
all of those clubs bought an outfield player, for instance, in the summer, right? We didn't. Do you think that? I mean, even going to Arsene Wenger yesterday, and the comments he made about the fans.
100% agree.
You don't think that was ill-advised? I mean, even me, I felt a bit shook by that. I mean, I come week in, week out, I spend my money. Like that fan said earlier, it's not my fault they got beaten 4-0 at Southampton.
I 100% agree with him what he said about the home fans and the climate. Sorry. But the 12th man for Arsenal plays for the opposition. The home fans, they always get on the back of the team. Even after a draw, it's a meltdown now, booing the team off. I'm afraid we've got a sport fan base. We've got very high expectations based on what Arsene Wenger has achieved.
Yeah, but the expectations are high amongst the fans.
Yeah.
Again, I refer back to a fan said earlier, we were being told that we're going to be like Bayern Munich. We're miles away from that at the moment.
That was the ambition.
That's what That's where the frustration comes from.
We weren't promised anything. That was the ambition, and we're still on that journey.
So are we anywhere near that ambition at the moment?
We're going towards that. I still feel we are progressing. If you look at the last 2 years...
How long? How long is it going to take to get there?
Let me speak for more than 2 seconds. Since 2014, we've signed Alexis, Ozil, Cech. We are definitely a club on an upward trajectory. Maybe not in league position, but in my eyes, in the way that we're going forward, the players that we're buying. And it's not just on the pitch and league position it needs to be judged by.
What's the evidence of that, though?
Right, people have a go at Gronke, right? I don't get the hate for him. Right, I don't have any personal feelings towards him, but if you look at since he came to the club, he's invested heavily in our squads in terms of Alexis, Ozil, Cech, Welbeck, etc. But also off the pitch as well, like in the academy, the analytics side of things, the scouting, the medical department. We are moving forwards as a club.
We don't see the difference on the pitch. The football this season's been worse than it was last season. We're not going to win a trophy this season, at least the last couple of seasons we did. We're not going to win a trophy. We got beaten at home by Watford. We got knocked out early again in the Champions League. In the Champions League, we don't even compete to our seeding. We've not matched our seeding, I think, for about the last 6-7 years. Right? We're nowhere. The last 5 seasons, after 33 games, we've been more than 10 points off winning the league. How is that progress? It's not. This is why these fans are so upset. There is no progress at the moment. We bought a couple of more expensive players, but there is no progress.
No, you're right. It does feel like status because it's this a similar story every season. But
that's why they say stale. That to me, is that not stale? If something is exactly the same, it's not changing. Nothing is happening. It's not moving forward. Is that not stale?
We're still competing at the top end of each trophy, in my opinion. I know we're not winning it.
Is that competing? You're in it, but you're not competing. So it's almost like you're there. But you're not. I remember I was over in Bayern Munich, and I met a Munich fan, and I said, "What do you think of Arsenal?" And he said, "Yeah, you're always there. You're always there." But that's all he said. You're always there, but we're never competing for
I'm
anything.
confident we will get that. It's obviously that striker. It's a very simple. There's lots of things you could analyse about this season, but the simple thing is we haven't scored enough goals. Yeah, we will get that striker. I think we will do it this summer, actually, hopefully, and that is going to be a massive difference. We've had this problem for the last 2 seasons, unfortunately, but that's why I don't blame Arsene Wenger that much for this season. See, people are obsessed about him. People talk about him non-stop. But the first thing on that, I've got news for everyone. He isn't going anywhere. He's going to be here next season, whether you like him or not. The board will not sack him, and he will not leave. And there's every chance, in my opinion, that he'll sign an extension. So just get used to the idea. Secondly, I just feel that the players have let him down this season. We do have the players to have won this. If you compare our players to Leicester, for example, or whoever, we've got better players in every position.
But
even
our manager,
players.
because if you win it, the manager gets applauded. If you mess up, it's down to him, isn't it?
Arsene Wenger has not played a football match for Arsenal this season. He can only put in place everything possible to win each game or the league. We've won the last 2 FA Cups. Let's not forget that. But going back to what I said about the players, there's people like Theo Walcott, for example. He's a prime example of what I'm talking about. He's been absolutely dreadful this season. I wouldn't even play Walcott in his own testimonial. I think we should cut our losses on him personally. But do you know, we've just been too inefficient at both ends of the pitch, unfortunately, in terms of scoring goals and conceding. We've had so many games where we've just had like 20 shots on goal and just score 1 goal, whereas the opposition have had 2 or 3 shots to score but 2 goals. And Leicester have been extremely efficient at both ends of the pitch, unfortunately. But I'm still confident for the future, and we just need to get behind the team instead of, demanding that Arsene Wenger, Gazidis, and Kroenke leave the club immediately. And he's another person that I'd like to commend, Jovan Gazidis, but he's also getting a lot of stick. And I think the last 2 years he's done excellently for his remit in terms of the commercial deals he's bringing to the club, and also fan engagement as well. I mean, we met him last summer, I think, and he's a very good person to represent the club and with the fans and everything. So I just think keep supporting the team.
Accept this, blood, yeah? And I will do all I can, blood, yeah? I swear on my 2 Pickney life, dog. You understand? I will do whatever I can, blood, to get this man out, fam. I will take it.
If he turns it around next season, though?
Blood, he can't turn it around, fam.
You feel that's it?
Nah, blood, he needs to go, fam. Him, yeah, with the comments he made, yeah, he shouldn't have even been on the bench today, blood. How dare you blame the fans, blood? We were quiet for 12 blood clot years, fam. Yeah? 12 rotted years, blood. And you have a nerve to tell me that big egos are trying to manipulate Arsenal fans. No, they're not. Piers Morgan knows what he's talking about, blood.